Do you ever get frustrated when you see people watching your content, but at the end of the day, they don't buy your programs or courses? I used to get the same frustration, and that was the time when I was giving the most on my channel, giving out strategies, how-to videos all the time to nurture my audience. But there's something I realized, that nurture content doesn't make people want to buy from you. What it does, it makes them comment, like, subscribe, and cheer you on because you look smart and knowledgeable. But if you also want to sell with our social media profiles, because we want people to get the transformation that we can provide to them, there is another type of content that sometimes we neglect, but it's so important, and actually it does 90% of the job when it comes to pre-selling you to your audience. The idea for this video came to me when I watched a reel from my friend Lane Sebring. He's going through a phase of body transformation. He's a business coach, but he posts lifestyle videos on Instagram where he lifts weights. And this specific reel that I'm going to show you right now, it just shows that if you want big arms, you just have to lift things and then lift them again and lift them again and again and again. And I thought, isn't this disarmingly simple for people to understand? Like, if you want a hot body, if you want to lose weight, if you want to have bigger arms, the things you have to do is pretty simple. Lift things ad nauseum until you get a bigger arms. Now, here's the problem with that. Like, this is what we do every day on social media. We think, okay, we've got experience, we can help people. People just need to know how to do the things. But this is what happens. Even if the how-to strategy that you want to share is just like lift the things 1,000,000 times until the body gets bigger, it's not enough. People are not going to implement the simple strategy. Why? Because they are not ready to step into the identity of a person that does the thing and gets the results. If the only thing humanity needed was knowledge, well, we would all be billionaires with six-packs, amazing relationships, amazing wives, amazing friends. The world has become very sophisticated, and if you want to thrive as an online coach, trainer, and mentor, you gotta get sophisticated in the way you connect with your audience. How-to videos are amazing because you show that you're knowledgeable, you're smart, and by explaining things that you've embodied with your experience, like their second nature, people think that you are somebody to follow because you give free advices, and they're very useful. But the thing is, people will comment on your videos, on your content with, thank you so much for saying that, this was really helpful, thank you so much. But lives are not gonna be transformed because honestly, people don't apply the content, don't implement the knowledge. And it's because you're failing to create this second type of content that I'm going to be talking about in a second, that it's going to activate them to implement the content. And that is the difference between a comment that says, thank you very much, this was really helpful, into, oh my God, thanks for saying that, I didn't know I was missing that, how do I work with you? Imagine you are a fitness trainer for a second, and you go online and share how-to videos on how to get a hot body, on how to lose weight, on your way of transforming your body, okay? It might be body weights, it could be kettlebells, it could be like a different type of workouts, it could be nutrition, so on and so forth. People watch it and say, wow, you really know your stuff, love your body, thanks for saying that, it's really helpful, and they don't do anything. What if instead you add a type of content that, instead of telling people what to do exactly, tells them who they need to become for them to get the results and what it represents for them to get the results. For example, going back to the bigger arms example. If I tell you, lift the thing until the arm gets bigger, I feel like, yeah, man, I tried. Maybe I'm overweight. I'm thinking, yeah, well, I tried that and also it looks boring. And what is the point, right? What is the point? So if you want people to feel something, to actually get up their couch and do something with their life, because they already know they want to do it. They already know they might be overweight. They already know they need to change it because it's unhealthy. But when you speak to that, to their emotion, what they know they need to work on right now, then things start to change. Imagine you start creating content about who they need to become. Example, if you say, people that work with me are the people that not just say, I would die for my children, but actually get healthy for them, to spend more time with them. And I'm honored to work with such talented and passionate people that decided to make longevity a priority in life for their family. Or maybe people that work with me go off to the beach in summer and take off their shirts, proud of owning a body that they worked on, and it looks amazing because it reflects how they feel, how they want to feel inside, for their family, for their businesses, to be better husbands, better business people. When you start touching on why people want to get a better body, it's not about the better body, it's not about the exercises, it's about who you're becoming when you do the things. The workout plan, the nutritional plan, the macro tracking, calorie counting, it's just a vehicle to something. And if you are able to articulate what that something is, that actually means the world to your audience, that's when people start saying, right, this is what I need. It's not that I need to go to the gym because I want to enjoy my workout or to get better looking. It's because I've known all my life that my children are important for me, so I need to get on and do something for my health. That's when you believe, right, I need to go to the gym, I need to hit the gym, I need to lift the thing 1,000,000 times so that I can see results. You are changing the who, you are changing their identity, you are calling them to rise. They're pointing out, you're calling out their BS as well, because if you're sitting all day doing nothing, you've got to tell them. When it comes to content, your brand, the reputation you're building, the energy behind your business and what it represents, Alessia and I have conversations about this every single day, because we see so many talented people creating content that it's frankly very sorry for itself. And that's why they're not helping the people they say they want to help. So for this reason, this year, at the beginning of the year, 2026, January, we wanted to create a free series that we call Activated. Activated is going to be free for the entire month, and it's going to be like a series of 14 trainings that you can listen to and start leveling up your content, making sure your content creates resonance and you remove the staleness of your business if it feels clunky, if it feels like sales are not at the level you want, and finally embody your true nature in your messaging so that people see you, find you, and say, I want to work with you. If you want to join us, it's free. Join the link in the description box below and we'll see you inside. Now, here's the thing. When you start creating content like that, you are becoming more polarizing. People are going to get agitated. People are going to say, oh, why are you saying things they already know that I don't want to hear? So you start seeing polarities in your comments. Maybe you get a little bit more hate, but you get a little more love from the right people. This transition phase takes courage. That's why not many people do it. That's why there's so many YouTube channels out there where you feel like, oh, this is nice, this is friendly, but life is not changed. And if you want to make this transition and you want to become someone that it's worth paying for, investing into, when it comes to me realizing I need to change my life and finding you online, that you're telling me exactly what I should do, who I should be to get the things that I really want to have, but I failed to achieve them because I wasn't ready for it. That's when you activate people to say, this is the person for me. I want to hire her, I want to hire him. It's the time, how do I work with you? And if you make sure you have invitations to join your programs, your courses, your containers, that's when people start getting into your world. That's when the nice comments become sales, actual lives being transformed. Because until people pay you, there's no way they're gonna implement the content. Some people will implement the content, but The people that you really want to help need your tailored support, need to get into your journey that you crafted for them. A single video on YouTube doesn't change lives, but it can raise awareness about a problem that maybe they didn't know they had before. It might activate that one day to say, right, I've heard this enough. This is my call to rise. I need to really do something and step up as a man, as a woman, as a husband, as a wife, to do something for my life, for my business, whatever it is that you do. So don't just create how-to content because people are not ready. Their context is not big enough for them to implement the content. But when you create videos and content about what they need to become, who they need to become, and why they want to become that person, that's when their context gets bigger. So they're able to take it in. They're able to say, now is the time. How do I work with you? Let's move forward.